Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel where we dive deep line by line into the New Testament. We also do that in the Old Testament. Links for our other channels will be at the end of this video. So if you have an interest in the Old Testament, New Testament, and stuff on Stoicism and other topics that help you know yourself better so you can have better relationships with others and ultimately communicate better with the infinite, with the divine, with what most everybody calls God. That is what we do here. If that appeals to you, then you're in the right spot. And we're here to learn the New Testament. We're in chapter 4, verses 21, 22. We are at a spot where Jesus is walking along the Sea of Galilee, and he just picked up Peter, and it's strange. His brother Andrew too, but he just asked them, and they join him. And then he instantly goes into doing the same thing. Like, if you're just walking up to a guy or two guys and they're at their livelihood, he just does this again. He walks up to James and John and says, hey, y'all come with me and be fishers of men. These guys right here, right now, I write these questions down so I can get them pretty close to right. I'm joking. I get them exactly right. So they leave their boat. But this is a little different than the previous two guys that he had join him. Their father's in the boat, their dad. So these guys are fishing. They see this guy on the shore, Jesus, and he says, hey, y'all come with me. I'll make you fishers of men. Wouldn't they look at him and think, we're out here fishing for our livelihood with our dad. What are you talking about? Like, you just need to shut up and keep walking because we have to make a living and we're working with our dad. That's not what happens. These guys are like, oh, yeah, sure. So it seems strange. It seems implausible. There has to be more to the story. Was there some sort of selling technique, some sort of hypnosis, some sort of godly power that he had? It just doesn't say. So it leaves you just scratching your head because that's hard to believe. And then the question number two I have in this section is, Jesus now begins teaching. He's healing. It says healing every disease. Is this any different from, my first thought when I was reading this is it's like, sort of like Joe Dispenza and a lot of people that are like him, teaching you how to exercise and meditate with the narrative of healing yourself. There's been countless documented spontaneous remissions of all sorts of diseases, just stuff gone. That's why we use placebos and all of these control groups when we create new medicines, because if somebody believes a certain thing, that they're taking this pill to heal themselves, in large ways they heal themselves with a sugar pill, something that is just nothing. That is remarkable. So is Jesus doing something along those lines? Because as we discussed in previous videos, there's a long held tradition from the time of Jesus that during those missing years he spent them with the yogi masters in India. If that's true, then could he be practicing, mind over matter and helping these people cure themselves from these diseases like guys teach here? Then, not specifically right here, but like here in the United States with likes of Joe Dispenza. I think that's fascinating. Number 3 is chapter 4, verses 23, Jesus instantly gets famous all over Syria, it says. And he's famous because people hear that he's healing all these people. And it sounds really close. It resembles like these big mega churches that have these people, they come and they put their hands on them, they fall over, oh, I'm instantly cured of whatever it is. It seems like a big entertainment thing is what they're doing. I'm not saying that these, healings didn't take place, but it seems like a big mega church sort of gathering. That was the first thought. Is that the case? Is it more of a big event? Because if you are known all over a whole country, what are you doing? How is that working with, just how's it working? Because if you have all these people from everywhere coming to you, you have to be set up like an event. There has to be controls. There has to be people in lines. All these things have to be taking place. It doesn't go into any of that. And I think it should. I think if that's true, then why not, however he did it. If however they're saying he did it, other than just he's famous and he's healing people, shouldn't they give some sort of better example? I think Matthew could have done a better job, in my opinion, and I hope that doesn't offend anybody, because I'm not here to defend anybody. For that thin skin, then this is not the channel for you. And number 4 is, why does it not speak any words uttered from Jesus? Is Jesus healing with sound? There are all sorts of new scientific devices that are curing people with various frequencies of sound. Sound is a remarkable thing, just how we can see a baby in an ultrasound. The examples go on ad nauseum, but there's a lot of healing properties with sound, and science and the medical industry is proving that in a big way right now. So why doesn't the Bible, Matthew, discuss this? We have no idea what Jesus said, if he said anything. It's just, are you saying chants? Are you ministering? Are you praying? Or are you quietly meditating with each individual? What is happening other than just, I'm healing every ailment? I think that's not a good way to describe that. But if most people at the time this was written could not read, then, what does it matter? You're only writing to the other elite. So, I don't know. If you got any comments on that, I'd appreciate it. And if you're really interested in knowing more about us and what we do with the Mystics of Texas, and you can find us at themysticsofTexas.com, and just a second, you will see all of our other channels. We have one on the Old Testament, this one on the New, and our other channel really is about some of the topics, different presentations, interviews with people in our Sunday gatherings, and we really have a fantastic time building trusting, honest relationships, and to help each other grow spiritually, emotionally, and just an all-around good rounded person is our goal, so that we can better communicate with the infinite in our own personal meditations and in our group meditations here. So if that appeals to you, come join us. Check us out. Thanks. We'll see you next time.